Welcome to Financial Literacy, the channel dedicated to helping you understand and manage your finances better. We've all heard the saying money doesn't grow on trees, and yet it seems some of us tend to forget this simple truth when it comes to our spending habits. Our mission is to enlighten you about financial management and help you make better monetary decisions. Today, we're going to explore a rather intriguing topic: 10 things broke people always have money for. It's fascinating and somewhat paradoxical how even when funds are scarce, certain expenditures always seem to find a way into the budget. Understanding these patterns can provide us with valuable insights into our own spending habits and potentially help us improve our financial health. After all, the first step towards change is awareness. So without further ado, let's dive into the 10 things broke people always seem to have money for. First on the list, fast food. Let's delve into this fascinating paradox. When the wallet feels light, the allure of quick, easy, and delicious fast food is hard to resist. The convenience of a drive-through can seem like a lifesaver in the hustle and bustle of life. But here's the catch: it's a deceptive pitfall. Fast food, while appearing economical with its dollar menus and combo deals, is often more expensive than whipping up a meal at home. A burger here, a soda there, and before you know it, you've spent more than you would on groceries for a whole week. Not to mention the health costs down the line. This seemingly small daily expense can snowball into a significant chunk of your budget. So if you're scratching your head wondering where your money is disappearing to, take a closer look at your fast food habits. So the first thing to consider is your food budget. Second, on the list, luxury items. It's an intriguing paradox, isn't it? Even when funds are dwindling, the allure of luxury items can be hard to resist. But why is that? Let's delve into the psychology behind it. Often when we're feeling financially strained, we seek comfort, validation, and a sense of accomplishment. And how do we do this? By indulging in luxury purchases. It's a way of convincing ourselves that we're doing okay, that we're keeping up with the Joneses. It's a temporary boost, a fleeting high that makes us feel better about our financial situation, even if it's just for a moment. But here's the truth: this kind of spending only digs a deeper hole. It perpetuates a cycle of financial stress. Remember, true wealth is not about showing off, but about financial stability. It's about making wise decisions today that will ensure a secure tomorrow. Thirdly, subscriptions. They might seem small and insignificant, but boy, can they add up. In today's digital age, there's a subscription for nearly everything from streaming platforms to fitness apps to even digital newspapers. It's easy to click, subscribe and forget about it, but let's do some quick math. Say you have 5 subscriptions, each costing around $10 a month. That's $50 each month, $600 each year just on subscriptions. And here's the kicker: are you fully utilizing each of these subscriptions, or are they just draining your resources? It's like a leaky faucet, slowly but surely emptying your wallet. It's crucial that we regularly review our subscriptions, identify which ones are truly necessary, and cancel those that aren't. It's not just about saving a few bucks here and there. It's about mindful spending and financial discipline. Review your subscriptions regularly and cancel those you don't need. Fourth on our list, impulse purchases. These are the spontaneous buys made on a whim, often driven by emotion rather than necessity. You see a flashy new gadget, a stylish pair of shoes or a tantalizing sale, and before you know it, you've swiped your card and there goes your budget. Impulse buying is one of the trickiest spending habits to control because it taps into our desire for instant gratification. It's easy to justify these purchases in the moment, thinking it's just one thing or I deserve a treat. But over time, these seemingly small expenditures add up, eating into your savings or leading to debt. The allure of impulse buying can be potent, but it's crucial to remember that it's a pitfall that can lead to unnecessary spending, particularly on items that might not be needed. So next time you feel the urge to make an impulse purchase, consider a cooling off period. Give yourself time to think it over. Is it a want or a need? Is it worth the cost? Consider a cooling off period before making purchases to avoid impulse buying. Fifth on the list, alcohol and cigarettes. Now, some may argue that these are just small indulgences, a way to unwind after a long day. However, the financial implications of regular spending on alcohol and cigarettes can be staggering. Consider this. If you're spending even a modest $10 daily on these vices, that's $300 a month. Over a year, this habit can easily cost you around $3,600, and that's not even taking into account the rising prices and taxes associated with these products. Moreover, it's not just the monetary cost that's concerning. The health implications of regular alcohol and cigarette consumption are well documented. From lung diseases to liver problems, these habits can lead to serious health issues resulting in hefty medical bills down the line. So while it might seem like a small expense in the short term, the long-term costs can be substantial. Remember, your health is your wealth. 6th on our list, lottery tickets. It's easy to see the allure of these slips of paper, promising a life of wealth and luxury for the cost of a cup of coffee. But let's look at the reality. The odds of winning the jackpot are astronomical, quickly low, akin to finding a needle in a haystack or perhaps even a few dozen haystacks. Each ticket might seem like a small expense, but imagine you're buying one every week. That's 52 tickets a year. Over 10 years, that's 520 tickets. And the cost, it can easily run into thousands of dollars. Money that could have been put to better use, perhaps invested or saved for a rainy day. And remember, the lottery is a game of chance. Unlike investing or saving, there is no guarantee of return. So before you purchase that next ticket, ask yourself if you wouldn't be better off investing in your future. Because when it comes down to it, investing in your future is a better gamble. 7. High-interest credit. Now this is a bit of a tricky one. High-interest credit options like payday loans or credit card debt can seem like a lifesaver when funds are low. But here's the kicker. They're often not your friend in the long run. You see, these options can be incredibly expensive with annual interest rates that can rocket into the triple digits. Let's put it this way. If you borrow $100 at a 200% annual interest rate, you'll owe $200 after just 1 year. That's double what you borrowed. And if you can't pay it off in time, the debt keeps growing, snowballing into a financial nightmare. So while it might be tempting to turn to these high-interest credit options when you're in a pinch, they can often worsen your financial situation, pulling you deeper into the money pit. It's a slippery slope, folks. Avoid high-interest debt whenever possible. 8th on the list, expensive gadgets. In this digital age, the allure of the latest gadgets is hard to resist. New smartphones, laptops, smartwatches. They're shiny, they're sleek, and they're constantly being upgraded. But here's the catch. They come with a hefty price tag. These devices are designed to make our lives easier and more connected. However, they can also become a financial black hole if we're not careful. Every year, companies release newer models, enticing consumers with advanced features and design upgrades, and we often fall into this upgrade trap. Shelling out hundreds, if not thousands, to stay on the cutting edge of technology. But is it really worth it? Is the latest model that much better than the one you already have? Here's a tip. Resist the impulse to upgrade unless your current device is beyond repair or severely outdated. Ask yourself if you really need the latest model before purchasing. 9th on our list, brand name goods. The allure of brand names can be hard to resist. It's easy to fall into the trap of equating name recognition with quality. However, the reality is that brand name goods often come with a hefty price tag that isn't always justified by superior craftsmanship or materials. Take designer clothing, for instance. While there's no denying that many high-end brands create beautiful and unique pieces, it's important to remember that much of what you're paying for is the label. The same applies to electronics, cosmetics, and even food items. The truth is there are countless off-brand or generic products that offer comparable quality at a fraction of the price. By doing a little research, reading reviews, and perhaps even trying out some less expensive alternatives, you could save a significant amount of money without sacrificing quality or satisfaction. So the next time you're out shopping, don't be blinded by the brand. Consider cost-effective alternatives when shopping, and finally, always having money for emergencies. It's a paradox, isn't it? Often those who find themselves in a financial crunch have a knack for setting aside funds for instant gratification, yet fail to prioritize an emergency fund. This fund isn't a luxury, it's a necessity, a safety net for life's unpredictable twists and turns. Imagine your car breaks down or a sudden medical bill crops up without an emergency fund. These unexpected expenses can lead to debt, perpetuating the cycle of financial instability. An emergency fund acts as a buffer, protecting you from these unforeseen financial shocks. Instead of setting money aside for fast food or the latest gadget, consider starting an emergency fund. Even small contributions can add up over time, providing you with a financial cushion when you need it most. Remember, financial literacy is about making smart decisions with your money. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more financial tips.